Well, it's official. An iPod is back. Cue the pixels, get ready, because although this is not a DankPods video, it's going to be quite close to one, and you're going to be coming along for the ride. Hello everybody, and welcome back to yet another video. So, you can see we have an iPod today, and you are 100% correct, because this iPod is going to be getting an upgrade. You may be asking, well, you already did an old 4th gen. And yes, you're correct. However, this one is going to be new to the collection. This is an iPod 5.5 gen. If you don't know what that is, it's basically the second revision of the iPod 5th gen, the iPod Video. So, it has a better screen, the famous Wolfson DAC. If you don't know what that is, that's basically kind of like the, quote, graphics card of the iPod, because it basically converts your audio into basically what goes out your headphone jack and what goes right into your ears. So, this Wolfson DAC has quite a famous worm sound to it, which is pretty cool. So, if you guys are ready and want to destroy this iPod, let's dive in. So, today's plan, we're going to be putting 32 gigs of storage in this iPod. You may be like, oh, that's too little. Oh, no. Well, don't be concerned, ye of little faith. My music library, it isn't that big. I already do have a 128 gig iPod, so you may be asking like, oh, why not another big storage mod? Well, it's also what I had lying around here. I also have the adapter needed, which is the 40-pin ZIF to microSD adapter. So we're just gonna get this thing opened up so we can begin our restoration process. And it actually comes with some hard drive cables. So unfortunately, we cannot use these because Apple decided to be oh so proprietary and use their own interface. So here's the last thing, and oh, it's a nightmare to get out, but here's the nug we're gonna be using. Nice and small, and I believe this does use the official iFlash firmware, which is pretty nice. So what we're gonna do is, we already have the iPod open. I saved you guys some time because this thing was a hot mess to open, unfortunately. So, like the previous iPod mod we did, what we're gonna have to do is, we're gonna have to format this SD card first. And then when we're finally done formatting this SD card, what we're gonna do is, we're just gonna pop it in this adapter and use it in our iPod. So, I'm just gonna format it real quick. So, our SD card is basically ready to go. What we're gonna do is, it's quite easy. We're just gonna take it out of this and put it into this. So it's basically easy as 1, 2, 3. So now, the next step is, we're gonna take this sad, dead old Samsung drive out, because if you remember in the video where I got this at the VCF Swap Meet, the drive was unfortunately dead. So, it's gonna be quite easy to basically just get this thing out. You just flip a lever, and I believe you can just wiggle the drive out from there. And unfortunately, this drive is quite greasy. So, as Chris Fix says, out with the old, and in with the new. Okay, so with the SD card finally connected, now you know what's next. Let's try plugging this in. Now, I do not fully want to connect this thing yet, because hopefully, fingers crossed, it shows basically the connect to iTunes to restore the screen. So, I'm just gonna get my charging brick, and I have my 30-pin cable ready to go, so let's see if this thing even boots up. I'm actually a little nervous to see if this thing even works, so I have a power strip ready to go off camera. And you know what? Let's plug this thing in and see if she even fires up. So I just had to disengage the hold switch to see if we need to do any disk mode or anything. Let's now plug in the 30 pin. Okay, there we go. And let's see. Connect to your computer. Use iTunes to restore. Great news, the iPod is working. So you know what? We're just gonna disconnect the 30 pin and let's plug it into my iMac to restore it. This is the most satisfying part of restoring an iPod. Clack, clack, crunch. Isn't that beautiful? So we have one fully working pod, another for the collection. So let's plug this thing into iTunes and get it ready. Well, you know what's getting bad if we literally have to use my actual personal MacBook to do this. So let's hopefully try restoring this thing on with Finder. Fingers crossed this works. Oh, okay, so it downloaded. I'm just gonna enter my thing. Hopefully no unknown error. It said your Mac is restoring the software on this iPod. hopefully, oh, we got some sort of a progress bar. I think that's actually good news. So hopefully this actually successfully works. Well, I have some wonderful news. The pod is being restored. So basically what happened was it decided not to fully lock in the connector. And the good news is, again, it's restoring using my MacBook. So what happened was the ZIF connector decided not to fully lock in. And as a result, it was throwing the unknown error that you guys saw. Now it's currently restoring. And I hope to see you guys when it's finally finished. Also, it decided to get stuck at this point on my regular computer. So you know what that means? I just plug this thing into my iMac because, well, it runs iTunes. And I think that's a lot more reliable. So we currently have the Apple logo and the progress bar on the iPod. So it's getting kind of late right now. It's like 9 p.m. and, well, I got to get this video done soon. So I really hope to see you guys tomorrow so we can actually sync my media library onto this thing because we got a lot of stuff to do, including like testing it out and getting everything ready to go. So hopefully it's finally done. And we're almost done with this restore. And oh, I think it's rebooting into the actual iPod OS. News, it's finally on the iPod 5th Gen OS, saying, well, it's gonna say welcome to your new iPod, and it also says do not disconnect. So it is gonna mount on my actual iMac, which is good. Oh, there we go. Welcome to your brand new iPod. Let's click continue. Oh, and I think it is gonna sync this thing. So I do wanna set it up firstly. So we're gonna set this thing up. Well, it's official. Our iPod is fully restored, detected by the iMac. Let's queue it up. So let's take a look. So the good news is it does show as 32 gigs. Great news. So you know what that means? We're gonna sync this thing and get it ready. So you know what that means? Cue that time-lapse music. Now that we have the iPod all ready to go, let's take a look at it. So let's go back home. Now, since we have it all ready to go, let's take a look at its modern usability. So since this is an iPod, obviously, what are you gonna do on it? Listen to music. So let's click shuffle, and look, it shuffles pretty quickly. So I don't even have any headphones connected because, well, copyright, and I also want to wake up Mariah Carey from her slumber. I have plenty of music on here as well as some podcasts, which is pretty good. So it obviously does check out. I even have some TV shows on this thing. So let's navigate to videos and take a look. And yes, it plays a lot of these TV shows pretty smoothly. Let's just test with this episode of Action Retro that we have on here. It does take a little while though. Because look, this is actually a video from YouTube playing on this iPod, and it runs pretty well. Although unfortunately, I do not have the headphones working right now, because it is kind of late at the time of filming this. I'm trying to make this video as quick as possible for a nice release. So, ultimately, would you say this is a successful project? Absolutely. So, thank you so much for watching this video. Please like, watch, and subscribe. I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye, y'all.